This is recent data from McKinsey and Google. What I think is kind of shocking here is 75% of customers have tried new brands since COVID. So whereas they may have had a lot of loyalty, they're kind of, maybe for all intents and purposes, lazy. They're not necessarily looking to try new things. We've all kind of got a lot more time with these quarantines and lockdowns to go explore things. We've seen that in the ad data again, where not so much right now with the political season ramping or hopefully winding down. But what we are seeing is that there's a lot more people eyeballs online, which unlocks a lot of ad inventory, which means you can go grab new customers. The really exciting thing is that middle number though. 60% of these customers expect to integrate these new brands in their post-COVID-19 lives. So there's a huge opportunity again to go out there. 2 out of 3 customers are open to having an ongoing relationship and a returning value. And then the last piece, which is always the trickiest part, is 27% of these customers are going to purchase based on availability. So 1 out of 4 are looking for stuff to be in stock. And with supply chains kind of being in disarray throughout 2020, this will be an ongoing challenge, but this really speaks to the power of using ERP data and inventory and that kind of hidden lurking variable of e-commerce, but having that really tightly managed, knowing that there's consumers are looking to shift and buy. And the next step is delivering great digital experiences. Now, this is, I think, an amazing fact that will be changing dramatically, but only 7% of the internet retailer top 1,000 could do buy online, pickup at curb. So we live in Bozeman, Montana, and even the little restaurants here in Montana have had to figure out ways where people can go online and order and pick it up at the curb. So tools like that are not as hard and complicated as they used to be. Now, operationally, that is not trivial to kind of retrain staff and think through all that. So, but again, like there's very few people that are doing this yet. But one that has done this is a customer we worked with, and as they had to shut down their front store, we were able to quickly pivot and get inventory online. And by doing that in 10 days, they saw 61% lift in year-over-year e-com sales by doing that. So what that speaks to is like agile technology and agile teams, and being able to kind of redirect things as needed as stuff comes in. And then the gold in the data. So if you look at a report from the S&P 500, this is some data from McKinsey talking about quality and execution defines kind of market leaders for returns to shareholders. So it's not just a little bit, it's like 68% difference between the top and the bottom. So there's a real strong economic value prop here with getting good at data and execution, and it bears itself out in the public markets as well. So what do you do with that? Again, so here's lots of opportunities. We would kind of present today maybe a framework to help you think through this. And this is kind of a flywheel. If anybody's read Good to Great and Jim Collins' work, and he's big on these kind of flywheel effects. And he does a really good breakdown on Amazon's flywheel. So go and study the Darth Vader, if you will. But there's something there around taking customer data, who our best customers are, getting campaigns humming against those. And we have some amazing targeting abilities these days and around who our best customers look like. And then matching our catalog or our product or inventory against those. So finding a customer, maybe we do that with an ad or SEO or whatever, pairing that, matching that campaign, and then figuring out where they are in their product mix and when they want to buy or as they get introduced to a brand. So as we like to say, beat Amazon at their own game. And we like to talk about kind of AI can fight back. So Amazon's done all this off of amazing data. It's a reason why they invest in things like Alexa. The more people that are on the platform selling, the more data they get. You don't get that data. They have all that interesting customer data and product data. If you have a good product, they'll knock it off. So we feel like there's a chance to kind of arm the rebel force, if you will, with data and AI. And that's a lot of what we're trying to work on here at Tadpull.